Hey guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video. Today we are streaming round 4 of the Ace Academy MotoGP 2024 Championship. Now, I do believe I have everyone in. Quick sound check to make sure everything sounds alright. Can you hear the audio? Can you hear my voice? Let me know. Just checking to make sure we have everyone, and I don't think I got Cotarax in. So bear with me. I'll find our American and get him in. Where are you? I'll never understand why this is not in order. In any way, shape or form. If anyone has Cotarax, could they just invite him for me? It would save me some time. And the problem is, if they're not appearing online either, I've got to go through all these people to find them. I almost forgot Lat a moment ago, our winner in Brno. There he is. I've found him. Right, I can check the chat again. I think that's everyone. Let me know if I've missed somebody. Azzy says, let's go. Hello, Azzy. Welcome to the stream. Jake Simpson. Hello, dude. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Jake. Hello, T1KO. Hello, James. Good to see you, dude. It is. I think it is the first time catching you. You catching me live. This is great. This is a stream. Yeah, did I say the usual? I thought I might. Not Daphne says, let's go, Lat. And Potato99 says, hashtag full send. As always, of course. Now, I think that is everyone here. Let me just double and triple check. We need Lat. We need Azzy Rob. Where is Lat? Okay, Lat. Azzy Rob, Potato, and his teammate Perky. Apex 59, of course, absent in the last race. Cotarax, who finished with 9 points last time, is nowhere to be seen. So we'll give it a few minutes, I guess. Let me just see if he's in the Discord. How is everyone today? Ah, Tyron14. Good to see you, dude. How are you, mate? Sacred Meerkat says, yo. Hello, dude. Idem says, bellow. Would you want me to blow? And Caspar72 says, good evening. Good evening, Caspar. How are you, mate? I must have done Jake. I think, did I do the whole hey guys and everything? Wow. That's a long one. Now it's hello everyone and welcome back. Oh hi! Didn't quite see you there. Well, I don't think Cotarax is joining us this evening. That's a shame. Has anyone heard from him? So of course we're going to have a little bit of a longer race here today. And we're already 8 minutes over schedule. So basically today we're going to have a 50% race here in Portimao. If you haven't seen the latest schedule, we had to change it due to the fuel glitch even affecting 35% race distance. So a decision was made to change it now to 50% racing for both Division 2 and Division 1. Cotarax is nowhere to be seen. I am beginning to think, since he's not online, he will not be joining us. No, he's definitely not online, is he? So we are about 9 minutes overdue. Of course, I did take my time to get the stream set up as well, so give it a take about a minute or two. I think we're gonna make a start. Yeah, I'm not seeing him online either, dude. So yeah, unfortunately, we will have to make a start. Little bit pressed for time. I do believe everything is set up as usual. Variable weather for the first qualifying session. That will determine what Division 2 gets, which will then determine what Division 1 gets after that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to approach 7:10 here in the UK. Don't know what time it is over there in Austin, Texas for Cotarax, but sadly I don't think he's going to be joining us. So we will be missing the Idemitsu Honda rider here today. Idem says Meerkat to replace Cotarax. I don't think so, not today. Not in Division 2. I must choose the circuit of Portimao. I do believe that is everyone here apart from Cottrax. Of course, we missed Mad Max 56 and we missed Reed Andrew at the start of the season. Door is open for both of those, of course. If they do want to come back, they're more than welcome to. But for now, this is it. It's a cloudy session here in the Autodromo of Internacional de Algarve here in Portugal. Let's see what happens. Mouthful of water first before we commence, but this is round 4 of the Ace Academy Championship. Azzy Rob looks to be taking the Alex Rins trophy. Fair play to Azzy Rob. So yeah, give me a heads up to let me know what the sound quality is like, etc. I don't want any woes, so just let me know. Let me bang on my other screen. Right then, Kemmel says, hi mate, hello dude, welcome to the stream. How are you, pal? We're currently on board with our Division 2, what, 3rd place is he now, Azzy? Of course, looking pretty good on the Aprilia. Wow, endoing into the Tour VIP corner, turn 5, here in the terrific circuit of Portimao. One of my favourite circuits, I will not lie. I do really like this circuit. If there was one track I'd want to be joining you guys on, it's definitely worth a mention that Portimao would be one of them. Seiken Meerkat says, gotta give Sharky's helmet a look. Okay then, I guess we're popping over to Sharky. How is the Sharky today? Let's have a little look. That's looking right. I can't really see it all that well. I can see a red in the middle and a yellow on the sides. Ah, okay. It looks like a shark on the sides. That's pretty cool. I think I've seen an Ace logo in there too as well. Let me get the... what's the one? Is it the rear gyro cap? Yeah, I can just see it a little bit. So it's definitely a Suomi helmet. Is this a brand new helmet that he's rocking this weekend? Because I don't recall saying this last time. It's going to be so difficult to find a good camera angle. Front gyro. Oh, here we go. Okay, that looks cool. Pedro Acosta inspired with the sharks. Of course, Sharky rocking the 43 in his name, which apparently is a tribute to Ken Block. Did Potato just crash behind the Sharky then? I could have swore so. That's a really cool helmet though. Ah yeah, there is an Ace logo at the back. I approve. Double thumbs up from your content creator today. So, back on board then with Azzy Rob. He is the first man into the first sector on a flying lap. And on board with the number 94. Tackles the difficult right-hander, of course. Then you've got to sit it up a little bit into Samsung to go back into the tight apex, then power it on whilst trying to avoid the wheelie. He's done a pretty decent job of it so far. Now into the Craig Jones corner for the left. And then into the aptly named corner, Portimao. Now, I'm not getting told what tyres he's using. That's an interesting one. I think I'm not being told what anyone's tyres are. Okay, keep it interesting then. Keep us inspired. So Azzy Rob will be the benchmark in this session. We're going to wait and see what he does first. And then we'll head back to see what the others are. I hope so too, Kemmel. I really do. Non-Lethal says, nice helmets to Sharky. And Alexandros Kiasoglu says, yeah, Portimao has pretty much everything a track should have. And I, for one, agree. So Azzy Rob over the line then. Fastest man on circuit. Of course he is. First person to do it. Oh, has Perky just gone down round towards the back end of the circuit, I imagine. Let's have a look to see where Perky is. I imagine he's probably either going to pit in this lap then to try and repair the bike if it needs it. Or just continue. Let's see what he does then, the number 80. Here is Perky. He is, as I mentioned, yeah, I thought he might go into the pits. He's really slowing down there as well. You've got to be careful of this because if we go on board, you will see it's actually around the corner here towards the pit lane entrance where it actually starts taking the autopilot. So he's taking this very steady, which is pretty cool. But if he's not careful, I think it's beyond the TSO sign is where the autopilot will take over. So we should probably lose the camera in a minute. Yeah, there it is. So if anyone else trying to do this with no quick access to the entry to the pits, that's how you do it. Nicely done, Perky. It's good to see. So here is the Sharky then, back on board with him. Potato now goes up to 3rd place. We haven't seen Potato here today, and I believe Potato is also rocking a brand new helmet. Now this is a pretty cool one, because this is in reference to when he took out Charlie in the Brno feature race just a week ago. Now, as always, it's difficult to find a camera to see it, but there it is. That is a Tour Potato. I guess you could make other puns on that, and that apparently is Charlie in the middle, terrified of these torpedoes attacking him. It's, of course, made out of a spud. Yes, of course. James Ashby says, did you watch this race this weekend? Of course I did, absolutely. Not very interesting races, to be quite honest, but I watched every single session. I thought the best race in the weekend was the Moto e-bikes. Thought it was absolutely fantastic. It's just a damn shame for Oscar Gutierrez crashing in the final corner, because he could have really kept that World Cup. Well, I don't think they call it that anymore, do they? They call it actually a championship. Could have kept the Moto E Championship alive a little bit longer before getting to Misano. So here is Apex 59. Of course, we missed him last week, and Azani replaced the number 59. Ooh, crash there for both Shotix and Sharky. Not sure what's gone on between the Yamaha and the Ducati. But there is the number 59. Got to go tight to the apex now for that Samsung corner. It's a tough corner, that, because if you go too tight, it's good night Vienna. You're crashing immediately. And now into the Craig Jones. Beautiful tight apex there. From apex, so it's very nice. Josh Griffiths giving it the old potatoes. Love to see it. Best of best 14 says, in your league is it allowed to use ideal trajectory? Yes, it is. It is allowed. Players can use automatic gears and stuff like that as well. I'm not really going to bother restricting those. Few things we like to restrict, but we haven't, is the likes of auto clutch, for example, because you do get a benefit of cross the line when starting a session. So yeah, just something to bear in mind. Now, we haven't taken a look at our man from the Philippines. Where is he? He's still in the pits. So, don't know what's happening there. Perky's still yet to set a lap time. And Azani is in 2nd place. So that's a good job, that, from the LCR Castrol Honda man. Of course, rocking the wildcard bike this weekend. Can we have commentary with a heavy accent, please? I think I already have a heavy accent, to be honest. I'm from the northwest of England, and certain words certainly have some additional punch compared to others. Best of Best 14 says, when will you do a championship for PS4? No idea, to be quite honest. And if PS4 can't play with the next-gen consoles, then I would imagine never. But I don't even have a PS5 or Xbox Series, so I'm exclusive to PC, so I very much doubt we'll have that soon. Do I want to create a console championship? Maybe. I don't know. Can I do a Scouse accent? Maybe. I'm not going to do it now, but I think I'm capable of doing it. I think that might detract us from the commentary and the action of these riders on screen, but it's something to look at into a future video, perhaps. Ooh, Perky is about to set a lap time. Now, I'm keen on. I think Perky likes this circuit, but I don't recall. I have a feeling that he does like it. And there was, surprisingly to my knowledge, this is a very interesting point actually, a little bit of trivia for you, ladies and gentlemen. I was very keen on the idea of having Portimao in our cup, our championship. But I also thought about having it in the time trial challenge, but I assumed it might put people off due to the severe difficulty of this circuit. And yet, when Portimao was actually brought to the table, people were chuffed. So, it's probably my misjudgment then, to be honest. Ooh, right. Apex has gone down. I don't know where he has crashed. But we're on board with Perky. And it should not affect him. He should still be solid for his first completed lap, which is a bit concerning to say, actually, because we're already looking at 10 minutes have gone, and we're still yet to set a lap time. Of course, he's going to nail one now. And he goes up to 5th place. That's a second quicker than teammate Potato. So Meerkat says Perky's been telling me how much he hates this track. Oh, right, okay, that's perfect timing. There's one person who's clearly not a fan of the circuit of the Algarve. Sujith says, do you have any idea when the 2025 MotoGP calendar is going to be revealed? Qatar might not even be the opener. Honestly, I have absolutely no idea. I think they do it in drips and drabs, where some are mentioned and some are not. So, I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I think it'll be maybe before the season ends. But I have no idea. Please stay cockpit and TV cam, I beg. Why? What's the problem with the others? I like the old cockpit. Well, no, the other one. What's the gyro cam? That's a belting camera. Really, really good. I like this one. In fact, across the line, Azani has improved to second place, just 0.6 of a second, and we are still yet to see our championship leader do a single lap. What has happened to Lat? Answers in the comment section, please. It's good to see the Prima Pram at Ducati doing well around Portimao. Best of Best 14 says, Portimao sucks for my riding style. That's a shame. I absolutely love this circuit. I think stop-and-go tracks are elite. I also agree, but I would say this is kind of a stop-and-go in certain points. Ooh, Goji did not improve. That's a shame. James Asprey says, I'm loving the Superbike 24 mod. Hope they decide to a new Superbike game next year. Yeah, that would be great. There's plenty of interest for Superbike, so I don't see why not, but just depends what Milestone have got in the works. Of course, they're working on multiple games at the moment, aren't they? And they're focusing on what is the Monster Jam Showdown game or something. So, yeah, we would like to see Superbike games. I'd like to see more MXGP. I'd like to see more Supercross games, but instead we're going to get Monster Jam Showdown. Take it if you want it. Azani, third sector, red. Azzy Rob, 2 sectors, red. Thus meaning fastest in those particular sectors. What is Azani going to do here across the line? Is he going to go top of the pile? He's not. He missed out by 0.2. Well, in fact, he improved by 0.2 of a second and misses out by 0.4. So let's catch up with Azzy Rob. What can he do from here? Lat's in a meeting. Yeah, he must be. Having a good chat to the Dorna officials. And he must be also speaking to the Michelin representatives to figure out what tyres to use around the circuit. I can imagine, if the option's there, just choose the double softs. Across the line, Azzy Rob improves the benchmark by a further 0.3 of a second. Let's head back over to Perky. Excuse me, tickle in my throat. So Perky gets across the line, stays in 4th, but by a very thin margin, he is looking at a front row start. How's Shotix getting on? Nice. Back to Lat, who's doing nothing. He's in the pit. So back to Perky then. Ooh, the old default. Can we not get the rear wheel? Because I think... Nah, it sounded like someone was behind him, but clearly not. I mean, the old helicopter shot. Yes, I should imagine that Monster Jam Showdown will earn some good money for Milestone. I think that's probably the only reason they're doing it. But I have never played one. God, this camera's mental, isn't it? You need like a drone camera. That'd be ideal. Oh, Shotix has gone down. His session's pretty much ended right there. Lyric Cyprus says, are there any BSB games? No, there is not. Bikes look good around Portimao. Is it it's the undulation? I agree. Getting the bikes up in the air, wheeling, braking hard, stopping down the Primera corner. It's fabulous. I especially love the way they go into Tour VIP for turn 5. I think it looks absolutely magnificent as Azzy Rob just nips the inside of the circuit there and therefore has invalidated his lap time. Now the only other person right now who's on improvement is Goji. Does ever so slightly increase his advantage, but Shotix and... Actually not Shotix, no, it's just Sharky. Could he be looking at 3 personal bests. Lass has just left the pits, ladies and gentlemen. The World Championship leader of the Ace Academy MotoGP 24 Championship in Division 2 is leaving the pits for the very first time. Will the game allow him to tackle a lap around this circuit? I don't believe it will. I think it's going to automatically autopilot him. Could be wrong, but I have a feeling. It did. It's automatically ended his session. That is a shocker for the championship leader. Check out Goji. Red sector for the number 55. The Prima Pramac Ducati man is on a charge. Will he be going to the top step? Provisional pole. Oh, he's pushing the limits out of that Pramac Ducati. Fair play, Goji man, fair play. He has lost a lot of time, though, in the third split. And now into the left. Oh, you went so tight to the apex there. That is a difficult corner to get right. Now into Sagres, which is, again, one of the most toughest corners on the circuit. Power it on for the gallop. Can Goji improve? I'd be very impressed if he does, you know. Big lunge across the line, try and avoid the wheelie. I do find the Ducati's one of the best bikes at avoiding the wheelie. And he did not improve. Perky's not too far behind him. Does Perky goes on to second! Nicely done! He's perked up well, hasn't he? Not bad, considering he hates this circuit. Fair play. Kemal says it's sad that we don't have the Superbike 24 official game. I hope that's going to come in the near future. Yeah, I also hope the same. Tyron 14 says, I believe Milestone don't have the license anymore, so likely to see a Superbike 2025. It was impossible to import tracks into Superbike from Ride 5. I would do a BSB mod for sure. Well, I tell you what, that was a good little bit of qualifying, that. Fair play to Perky, but take nothing away from the number 94. Why is Gojiman on the screen? Apologies. Take nothing away from Azzy Rob. Pole position, stunning fashion by a chunk and a half of lap time. That is cracking. Well done to Perky, and of course, well done to our no longer a debutant, as a matter of fact. Of course, he has raced with us before, hasn't he? But he is, of course, the wildcard rider. So, fair play to Azany. So that is your starting 9 for round 4 of the Ace Academy MotoGP 24 Championship here in Portugal. What will the variable weather gods give us now? Let's find out. Ooh, it's a lovely clear sunny day, thus meaning Division 1 will also be sunny for both the sprint, the qualifying and the race itself. So, we'll give the guys a couple of minutes to get started. Of course, this being a 50% race duration now, it does feel like it's going to be probably beyond 8 o'clock, or maybe not. We'll see when we get close to it, but we might have to wait a little bit longer for Division 1. Looks like Lat's going for the last to first challenge, says Sacred Meerkat. Lat got carried away watching TV. As long as I was on the big telly, no problem here. I'll tell you something though. I suspect there could be a lot of crashes today. I have this gut feeling that there's going to be a lot of catastrophes here today. I hope I'm wrong. But we'll find out, won't we? So, it's waiting for our pole man, our championship leader, and Shotix all to ready themselves up to do battle for what I believe is 12 laps of the Portimao circuit. Well, looks like everyone's readied up, so guys and girls, if you do enjoy the stream, don't forget to hit the like button at any point. If you hit the subscribe button, your name will appear on the screen. But guys, this is round 4 of the Ace Academy MotoGP 24 Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go racing. Steel yourselves. It's Portimao. So there we are then. Our 9 riders preparing for this Division 2 battle. Azzy Rob in pole position. Perky joins him on the second row with another Honda in the form of Azany. 13 laps of Portimao is about to kick off here in the Algarve. Azzy Rob launches off the line. The only man to get a decent start, to be quite honest with you. That was sensational. Exactly what you want to do when you start from pole. Ooh, bit of contact behind. What's happening there? Oh, there's already carnage. There's multiple riders going off the circuit, as a matter of fact. It's all kicking off behind. And now Azzy is now up to second. Oh, Perky's up the front. Oh, in fact, it was Potato. How did Potato get up there so quickly? Oh, that's a disaster. Pretty much as I expected. It's already kicked off. Lat's up to 5th as he tries to size a way through now on Goji Man. Goji goes a bit deep. And then Lat tries to get on through. So Perky down to 3rd. Not exactly the start he would have wanted, but he's right there in the hunt for access into Division 1. That's what these guys are looking for right now. So across the massive rise here, commence the roller coaster with our number 80. Our Division 1 race is, Division 2 race is certainly underway. Ooh, Perky had to pick up there in the Portimao corner. What's happened to the number 80? Quick look at the front, and Azzy Rob, he's already disappearing. Oh, Perky's gone down. Why is it whenever I look away, he always crashes? Christ almighty, Perky's gone. And now Lat is up to 3rd. Where is Lat? Of course, he's at the bottom, isn't he? 1.3 seconds behind your race leader. Championship leader in pursuit of the LCR Castrol Honda. So not a great start for 2 of the Hondas. The other Honda on Dreamland. Across the line there, Azzy Rob's got an advantage of 1.3. Lat is actually a 1.2 behind Azzy, so he's actually a further 1.7. In fact, where's Azzy going? Excuse me, not Azzy, Azzy Rob. All that advantage gone in the matter of one Primera corner mistake. It is simply that easy to make a mistake in this circuit. So we have the LCR Honda here, a little bit wide there into the Tour VIP. Goodness me. Well, it's certainly 3 riders all commencing battles. Good to see. It's what we wanted to have. I think hopefully now the crashes have gone out the way. Dimitri says, is this 50% race distance? It is. And Idams are saying, oh, Orange Drink. Good to see you, dude. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're well. So Azzy getting a lot of camera time here. What's happening? Ooh, here comes Lat. Ooh, almost bumping him. Excuse me. Is Lat going to go for the lunge? Oh my lord, Azzy Rob is off the circuit again. If he wants to win this one, he's got to keep it on the track. Way too many mistakes by lap 2 of here in the Algarve. Sharky's now up to 4th place. Good to see the man with the new helmet up to 4th. Shotix has gone down. He was in 6th place, so he's dropping like a stone. He's actually dropped behind Perky and Apex. This is all shocking. I think I might be doing tiring, you know. I did a video earlier. It felt really good, oh my lord, Lat. He almost lost the front. Wow. He was so close to losing the front there. Hearts in mouths from our man from the Philippines. Oof. I felt that. I really did. Ooh. Lat pulling in with the Jakey style braking. Downshifting aggressively, getting the rear wheel spinning into the apex of the corner. So as this one's calmed down a little bit, I guarantee the second I move off this is going to be a crash, but Goji got a long lap penalty at the beginning of this race. Now, the long lap penalty loop in this circuit is not too bad, actually. You can go into it and lose around 2 seconds, maybe a little bit less. You never know. But it's still possible for him to not to lose his position to Perky. But at the same time, he might have received a penalty which he didn't feel was necessary, so he might not take it, and for us to take a look at upon the conclusion of this race. So I'll take a look at that and see what happens. But if he goes to the long lap penalty, then I imagine that he is probably assuming that he didn't do anything wrong. I would imagine. So here goes Lat then. He's still a second behind Azny. Now, of course, I keep saying Azny. There's two names there really close together because of the pronunciation. But It's a second adrift to Azzy Rob. And what does a second look like? Looks like that. Now, Azzy Rob has made a couple of mistakes. And he could make more mistakes yet. Into the very difficult right-hander. Now into the left and up the hill. Oh, I wouldn't take that much curb. Kriniak really taking limits there. Azzy Rob, has he gone a bit... Oh, no, that was a beautiful apex for our number 94. And it looks like Azany might just be losing touch with Lat in the Ducati. The Ducati and the Aprilia ahead. About 0.8 of a second to a second. It could be a very much a case of status quo between those three. Jakey848 says, I'm not Jakey. Well, excuse me for making that mistake. So here's Sharky then. Not much happening here for the number 76. Of course, it's a battle between him and another American at the moment in the form of Potato. How close is... Oh, how close was the number 41? Looks like Perky also went wide into turn 13. Of course, a very difficult corner to get right. Wow, Potato's wide again. That's 2 corners in succession. The Potato has ran it deep. So on to the big power. Shotix has gone down again. It's been an absolutely woeful showing for him so far. A video idea, Suzuka 8 hours tribute in Ride 5 with an endurance race, maybe an hour long. Jesus, I don't think you could watch 8 hours of me just chatting away. That would be unbelievable. Maybe for a stream or something, I don't know, but I think that's a long time for a video. Of course, guys, don't forget, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe. I think it should be on the screen. There it is. Join the DrAce Discord server as well. But keep an eye on Azany here, because he is closing in on Lat, which, I've got to be honest, I didn't expect Lat to be 2.2 seconds away from Azzy Rob. I thought he might stay with him, or at least try and catch him. But right now, that's not looking like the case. And I want to give a big shout out here to both in fact, there's a few actually on there. Azzy Rob, Azany, Sharky, Potato and Perky. Not even a single track limit warning. We are learning, ladies and gentlemen. Our Division 2 is getting stronger and stronger. That's what I like to see. Non-Lethal says, just getting into it, but good God, this is game is pure awesomeness. I hope I can learn something from watching these incredible riders. I hope so too. I hope anything we can teach you can rub off for you today. Now, Division 1 is certainly something not to be missed, because that's where the absolute professionals and a half take to the circuit. They are fan-dabby-dozy, let me tell you that. So there's not really much else action going on at the moment. It does look like Perky is catching up to Goji. So let's head over now to the number 80. He slams onto the brakes and leans in to the Primera corner, a bit wide there for Perky. That could be his first track limit warning, which surprisingly he wasn't given. Oh, Craigie P78 finally watching around live. Good to see you, mate. I hope you're well. I had a shout out to give to someone today. It was a Harry. Shout out to Harry. I've forgotten what the name was. Apologies. It's been a very long day. But I think it was Harry. I can't find it. I'm trying to find it there quickly, but I can't. It was Harry. That's all I know. So, shout out, Harry. Thanks for watching the videos, dude. Harry Boy, 89. There you go. I found it. So, shout out to you. Azany in third. 0.4 of a second behind Lat. Still not yielding. Still in determination to catch up to the number 2. That corner there, that left-hander is so easy to lose the front. It is such a difficult corner. Now into the Sagresh corner. This one's a difficult one because if you lean it on too early or too late, you ruin all your momentum going into the Galp, which is this corner here. Final corner, turn 15. So now onto the power. Honda speed against Ducati power. Can Azany make it stick? He's a bit far away yet, obviously, but give him time. Ooh, Lat has gone deep. He's off the circuit. That is a first track limit warning for Lat. Of course, the man who started last, don't forget, is up into the second position, and he will be securing himself a place into Division 1. And I think he has been in Division 1 in every single race. So absolute full credit to Lat. Now back in Silverstone, Azzy Rob inherited the victory, if I'm not mistaken, by Lat's mistake. We won't be seeing a repetition of that unless Azzy Rob throws it away from a 3-second advantage, but I very much doubt that. As this battle is the one to watch right now. Perky is... Ooh, Sharky's gone down. The Sharky has disappeared from what could have been a 4th place to probably now down to 5th or 6th. But the problem is that there's 2 Hondas there desperately nipping at the heels of that Ducati now. Could be a good little battle here between the two. In fact, there's actually another rider behind him in the form of Apex 59. So here's Perky. Following him is his teammate Potato. Bit wide there for Perky. Ooh, and Potato's closing in quite rapidly here. Potato having that Jonathan Ray style turning there with the foot off the pegs for a moment. I don't think it was. I think the game was just downshifting, but still. Ooh, a bit wide there for Perky. Potato tries to pinch off too much. Trying to just pinch a little bit too much there. It's cost him a lot of time. And here is Perky then. Oh, and Sharky's only just ahead of him. This is the battle to watch then, ladies and gentlemen. Here on lap 8 of Portimao, Perky goes off the circuit again. Sharky gets herself a track limit warning. I don't know how Perky didn't get one as well there, to be honest. I think it was more or less the same, as he just closes in quite rapidly on the factory Ducati. Camera angles in this track aren't that great, are they? They're really focusing in too much on a certain rider. Ooh, has Apex gone for the lunge? He has, but it hasn't stuck. So Potato will try and get that back. Now the problem is if the 2 Japanese motorcycles behind them start infighting, they're not going to catch up to Perky, and in turn, they won't catch up to the Ducati ahead of Perky. So, got to put a little bit behind you here and just focus on the racing. Sharky into the Craig Jones corner there, really tight to the Apex. Perky, identical line to the American. There's now 2 riders, 3 riders, 4 riders go into the Portimao corner. Each one with a slightly different line. Now onto the brakes. Potato! 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 Oh, that's shocking. That is absolutely shocking. And now Apex is right on the tail end of the Repsol Honda. Infighting has just messed it all up for the Hondas. Well, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this behind us, because it looks like Apex behind Potato is probably a little bit quicker. As Charlie says, Tour Potato, right on cue. Apex has been given a long lap penalty. What for? It didn't look like he did anything on my screen. Has Potato also been given a long lap penalty then? So if he's been given a long lap penalty, then I guess the game has decided it for us. But yeah, that was a really clumsy lunge from Potato. I'm not sure on that one, Tyron, you know. I think Perky had the right line there. It wasn't him to open the door for Potato. I think that was a bit aggressive. I'd have to watch it back, but from my initial process and thought management would have been that is a Potato penalty, no doubt. So, Apex 59 then. Still in pursuit of the Potato. I guess one benefit with these longer races is we do get to see more of the riders as this race progresses. Sadly, this one's been a little bit boring compared to what we've had, but it's been alright. It's a different style of race, and Azzy Rob is absolutely loving life, isn't he? 4 seconds clear. It's all peaceful up here on board the Aprilia. No problems up here. No concerns behind him. It's all good times for him. So Potato has lunged into the long lap penalty loop, and he has completed it successfully. He's still behind. He's still ahead of Perky, actually. And Apex 59, who got a long lap penalty now, Idim's saying that he got the penalty for hitting Perky. Or for sport hitting Perky. So if that's the case, then I guess we'll wipe that penalty away. But let's see what happens first before we make any rash decisions. John in 60 seconds says, what do you think of MM93 going to factory Ducati next year? Not much to say. That hasn't been said already, to be honest. I don't think he deserved it. I think Jorge Martin and Ea Bastianini deserved it a little bit more. But the man's a hell of a talent. He's an 8-time world champion. Is probably going to be very successful with Ducati. I don't think he'll beat Pecco, but he's going to have a good chance of getting a good couple of podiums and maybe a 1 or 2 wins. So, yeah, fair play to Mark. I think it's going to be a really good move for him, especially this late on in his career. But I do think it will be a make or break for Marc Marquez. If he does well, then Mark is here to stay. He's going to love life. Everything's going to be cool. But if I think the experiment goes wrong, we could probably see the last bit of Marc Marquez in MotoGP. I know that's really, like, I don't know what the term is I'm looking for, dramatic, let's say. But when you get to that stage, when you haven't won in 3 years, it takes a very special talent to then win again afterwards. Not many riders in history have won a world championship after being absent from it for 2 years. I think Jorge Lorenzo is probably the last rider to do it from 2012 to 2015. So we'll see. We'll definitely see in the future. But no doubt I'm going to get told I'm a Marquez hater just because I didn't say Marquez is going to absolutely dominate. But yeah, you get the point. From an unbiased, neutral fan, that's my perspective from what I've seen in the past. But anyway, enough about that. Let's take a look at Sharky. He is now a second behind Goju. Still hasn't, to my knowledge, taken his long lap penalty. So I imagine the race coordinators and I are going to be receiving a message or video from Goji explaining why he should not be eligible for the long lap penalty. So with 2.5 laps remaining now, Azani 2.2 seconds behind Lat. Yeah, this is the closest battle on the track here. Ooh, interesting point here, got to mention. Our man from the Philippines is only 1 track limit warning away from receiving a long lap penalty himself. Now, as I mentioned, the long lap penalty loop here isn't too bad. We've seen Potato take it earlier. It will be interesting to see whether he can reduce that time down if he has to take it. I think you can do it within 2.5 seconds, maybe less. I know when I did the Fermin Aldeguer video, I did 2 long lap penalties in that video. And I felt that I did it in maybe 2 seconds, and that was with the Moto 2 bike. So, we'll see. But out of the final corner then, here goes Lat. He's now 1 lap away from securing 2nd place, but credit where credit is due. He's not had much camera time, really, because the action's all been going on behind him. But Azzy Rob, you're absolutely right, Meerkat. He is certainly putting in the work, isn't he? I think Azzy Rob's been practicing. I don't know what tells me that, but I imagine he has been practicing. Good job. Azzy, good job. I hope I don't jinx him. I'm going to shut up and just let him finish it. He's a lap and a half away from being a winner for the first time, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, he won in Silverstone, didn't he? It's just that he inherited the win from Lat. If I'm not mistaken, my mind's gone blank. I did have the World Championship... I had the Championship standings up a moment ago and I've lost it. I don't know where it went. So into the Portimao corner. Which one do you enjoy more, streaming or making videos? Making videos, I would say. I absolutely love making content. I like piecing things together. I'm taking a bit of a different approach at the moment to try and make a bit more quality videos rather than what I've been making. I like what I've been making, but I feel they could be a little bit better. So I'm trying new things to try and improve the quality a little bit. So, yeah, the content, yeah, definitely. As a matter of fact, today I completed a video for my gaming channel. So I did a review on Forgive Me Father 2. I got about 33 gigs of content, 33 gigabytes of videos, and edited it all down into a full review. And I'm really excited to show it tomorrow because it's something new. I got to try something totally different, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I'm hoping I can learn a bit more to encourage and improve my own videos for the future. So then, Apex 59 is about 0.7 of a second away from Perky, so I imagine that is going to be it for any form of battles at the minute. It's a bit of a time trial session here at the moment. Now into the right-hander. Perky a little bit wide, but I think he kept it on. So fair play to number 80, but we will be spending time in a moment with our rider at the front, Azzy Rob, because of course he is the man on a mission. It will be back. Oh, long lap penalty for Lat! I said this, I said it could happen, and it's happened. But we'll see what goes on now into the final couple of corners. Right, calculation times go in your head here. He's 2.7 seconds ahead of Azany. If he doesn't take it, he will lose 3 seconds, and Azany will pinch second. He's got to take this long lap penalty now. Azzy Rob is going past the Sagresh corner, which holds the long lap penalty loop, and I think Lat's going. He's not taking it. He is not taking it. That is a mistake. For me, that is an absolute mistake, but enough about that later, because Azzy Rob is about to go back-to-back for the first back-to-back winner in Division 2. Bravo to Azzy Rob. The number 94 takes first place in his second win in 2 races. Beautiful. So Lat does take second, but will drop down to third. And Azzy Rob, 25 points. He will take 9 points away from his closest championship rival. And fair play to the LCR Castrol Honda man. Come in here as a wildcard rider and done an absolutely top-notch job. Fair play to Azany. Down the order then, looks like we're just waiting for Shotix to finish, and that will conclude our session today. Well, that's it then. Yeah, Lat, there it is. Confirmation on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Lat has dropped to third. There's no penalties for me to give, so I'm happy with that. Wow. I can't believe Lat didn't take that long lap penalty loop. I am shocked. For me, that was an absolutely no-brainer, that. Of course, he can't hear what I'm saying, so I guess it's not like I can say, oh, you should have listened. But yeah, you get the point. F12, ladies and gentlemen, to save the results. So yeah, pretty good stuff, that. Round 4 of the Ace Academy MotoGP Championship. Round 4 has concluded with Azzy Rob on top of the pile. As we now back out. So yeah, 8th place for Shotix. I thought I'd see a bit more from the Yamahas this weekend, but it is what it is. Non-Lethal said, don't want to pass too much love around and get too into cringy territory, but your commentary abilities are astounding. Really a pleasure to watch and listen to. Thousands should be watching. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that compliment. I do my best, so it's always appreciated when someone enjoys the content, so much love to you, mate. I really do appreciate that. So Sujith says, I'm predicting a KTM super team will beat Ducati before Yamaha and Honda. Not necessarily next year, but they'll do it first. I like that idea. And now this is something that I wanted to mention for the Marc Marquez thing. Marquez has been the best rider on the best bike for many years. And I really wanted to see him take it to KTM. I wanted to see him go to KTM and become the star like he used to be on the KTM and win MotoGP championships with that bike. I always wanted that to happen. From about 2016, I was like, come on, please go to KTM. Please turn them around and make them amazing. And I hope it's still possible, I really do. I really hope we can see something like that. But I do believe I increased the sprint distance to 35%, but I want to check before I do anything, so bear with me a moment. I've made a lot of rules for our Ace Academy Championship. Okay, sprint race is still 25% and then 50% for the race. Good. Now I know. Right then. So, back to the action. We are dropping to 25. So, if you're not aware, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to these streams, Division 2's weather dictates what's going to happen for both sessions. So, it was clean, it was nice and clear, it was lovely and sunny. It will be the same for both the DrAce Sprint of the Ace Academy Championship and then the full race as well. So, here we go then. Oh, got to move the mouse, otherwise it goes mental when you start turning it down. Quick track entry is off. Everything is fine. Ladies and gentlemen, we should be good to go. And I think Charlie has sorted me out with all of the extra invites that's necessary. So big thanks to Charlie for sorting that out for me. Perky's gotta go. Take care, my friend. Right. I'll help Charlie get the riders in. Of course, thanks for watching so far if you're still tuned. Shalana's joined us. We just need to get Long Boy Dan. Nicely done, Azzy. Nicely done. Who else do we need? This is the fun bit. Just bouncing up and down, looking for names. I don't even know what half of you are. Is Azzy Rob still here? Yes, he is. Oh, and it goes back to the top once you've done it. Jesus. They don't make this easy, do they? I've seen DCP, I've seen Jalan, I've seen Meerkat, I've seen Jake. Charlie's definitely here. Casey's here. Long Boy Dan? Is he in the session? The session? Who else we got? Desmo, Apex. Oh no, Apex didn't make it. Will's not going to be here today. That's a shame. I think that's it. I think the last person we'll be waiting for is Desmo then. So I'll drop him an invitation. Now he did say he wasn't wanting to join anymore, but I did message him the other day and seen if he'd still want to do, but I never received a reply. So we'll see what happens here today. 100k Blade was meant to be joining us today as well, which is a shame, but he's got no internet. He's recently moved and he's lost all his internet, so unfortunately we weren't able to get him set up. I think that's everyone, you know. I couldn't even find Desmo. So then, Sacred Meerkat. Yes. Quesadilla. Yes. Charlie, Jake. I've seen Charlie. I've seen Jake. Jlana. Where are you, Jlana? I've seen you. Where's our port? Ah, there he is. He's right there. DCP, the American. Long Boy Dan. He's not online. Calvin's not here as well this week, and neither is Will. So to be honest, that could be it, you know. So give it a few minutes, and just in case Long Boy Dan is coming on, I think this is where the interest of our cup starts to disappear from the riders. Let's have a look then, see if I can't remember if Dan maybe messaged and said he's. I can't remember. I should make a note of this, but I think I know someone said he can't make it. I know Will said he can't. I don't remember. If anyone remembers, please let me know. Petition for Meerkat to race using mopeds for the rest of the season. Oh, idea for the next championship. Ride 5's Scooter Championship. They're absolutely belting, they are. Kind of missed playing with them. They were really fun. So it's going to be a bit of a disappointing turnout today. Looks like not nearly as many viewers either as well, so that's a shame. So I don't think we're going to get anyone else. Well, we've got a minute or two before 8 o'clock. So we'll give it a minute. Potato says, let's go Azany. Nicely recruited there, Potato. He's doing all right, isn't he? Maybe everyone's got the Monday blues. You could be right there, James. To be fair play to Azany as well. He's been one of our wildcard riders, but he has shown a tremendous amount of interest in our championship and the server as well, which is always nice to see, because I always get annoyed when someone just joins our server just for the sole purpose of being on the racing, and then when we say, oh, we're not going to do a race for a while, they just disappear. I find that so ignorant. But Azany, he's been here since the beginning, asking to see if he could join. We got him in, and now he's here to stay. So I'm really pleased to see him, the German, take an interest in the Ace Academy Championship. So if he's listening or if he's watching, hopefully he knows that we get a double thumbs up from the Aces. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anyone else. Oh, I think that could be it. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, it is round 4 of the Ace Academy Championship, and we're about to go underway with a very thin grid, to be honest. What we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 riders. Bloody hell. We'll have to start reducing this down to the 1 division. Ace Academy Championship is the place to be. Cheers, James. I appreciate that, mate. Well, I'm going to make a start then. I don't think there's anyone else here waiting, and we're losing viewers as the minutes go on, so I'm going to make a start. Azini Pedrosa. Oh god, I almost clicked pull the sail then. I know, it would have been miffed. Yeah, my throat. I think I might be. I think Tyron14 was right. I think I might be coming down with something here. I felt a bit rough earlier. I was going to have a nap, but there was no way I thought I'd wake up in time. It's too risky that. I've done it in the past. Alright then. A lot of... Oh, this is the automatic readying up, isn't it? So, Division 1 then, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the boys become men. And this is where the men teach the boys. This is Division 1 of the Ace Academy Championship in MotoGP 24. Meerkat, he takes the Alex Rins Cup. He must be like through them menus like lightning. And I know he has what do you call them? Setups. Oh, I like to see all 4 riders here going out together. Look at them all. It's right on time. Oh yeah, the good luck behind him. So, is the hammer down or is it not? Let's find out. So, of course, championship leader Sacred Meerkat leading by a quite comfortable margin now, to be fair to the Norfolk Nightmare. I think he's leading by around 51 points. So, in theory, he could have an off day today and still lead the championship quite comfortably. But, of course, 37 points per round does mean that it's not quite so simple just to take it too steady and relax on your laurels. So, here is the number 93. He's tackling into the Samsung corner now. Of course, he is leading the charge. Only Lat, and I believe Jake it was, behind him, have a chance. Ooh, it's only Lat now. The others seem to have been dropped off a little bit. Beautiful tight apex for the man from Norfolk. Let's take a look at Lat behind him. How far is Meerkat getting away? Now, the problem is as well, when you have a fast rider ahead of you, it's important not to go over your limits. It's important to still stay in your zone, important to still stay in your remit and your region, and then start to try and just pick off a little bit where you can learn from them, rather than just going full send and trying to catch up to them, because that is not going to work. Quick shout out to Zlan as well, by the way. He's the only rider still in the pit, so he's just come out of it as a matter of fact. But of course, this is his home circuit, so I'm hoping this is a special one for Zlan here today. He's coming out of the pits now. Here is the number 88, Miguel Oliveira inspired. Now, the beauty of this circuit is he's going to go over the pit lane there and not get involved with anyone else. Oh, DCP's gone down. Is he safe to do so? Jelana very cleverly there, getting out of the way of anyone, because he knows how risky those track limits are in this game. Not the necessarily the track limits, apologies, the opposite. The ones for impeding riders. So bizarre you can get penalties so quickly in this game. Right, speaking of, Charlie's got an invalid lap time already, so I'm not sure what's happened to the man on board the Yamaha. Has he gone wide? It's hard to say. Of course, rocking the Remy Gardner helmet. Only man with an invalidated lap at the moment, so I think he must have either ran off the circuit or someone went wide. Maybe when DCP crashed. Very much could have done. So Meerkat will be the first man across the line. James Astery says you're the best creator on YouTube for everything bike racing. Love your enthusiasm and appreciate the hard work you do and put into the content too. Quality stuff. Thanks, James. I always appreciate your comments, mate, so thank you once again from the bottom of my heart. I do my best, try and make as much content as I can, make sure the quality's good, but I do know it could be a little bit better, so once we get to that level, I think good things will be coming, so we'll just keep on pushing for now. But speaking of pushing, there goes Meerkat. Fastest across the line. Now, take a look to see everyone's sector times going orange as they pass the line there. So Jake was across the line. Jake, don't call me Jakey. The number 1, of course. Only decided to change from the number 25 to number 1 after I said to me could. Just trying to troll me as always is Jake. I'm sure he's a good lad at heart. So, ooh, Absolute Dan's gone down. Now, he's the only Dan here today, so this is easier to understand. That Dan is Absolute Dan, so there you go. If you hear me say any of the Dans, it's not him. So here is DCP. He had a relatively good race in Silverstone. He was looking quite good. He actually posted a video in our Discord server of how close he was to the battle up at the front. It was a sensational viewing angle. Really, really good. Now I'm going to head over now to our championship winner from 2023. He had a red split in the first split, did the man from the south of England, and now into the right-hander. Back into the left. He's following Lat at the moment. What can he do? Is he going to catch him too quickly? I think he might have done. He will be able to use a bit of Ducati power down the straight, but he's got to make sure that he gets the right run on him. If he gets too close to him going into the gallop, then he's going to basically ruin all of his run. So into the right-hander then. Patience is a virtue. Tight to the apex. Onto the power. Will he pick up enough slipstream to dethrone Quesadilla across the line? And he does. Lat went up to 4th, and Jake improved to go up to... Oh, wow, Jake. That's exactly what I was talking about. Getting the rear tyre spinning, getting it moving, getting it jigging. Oh, he's binned it! Oh, shocking timing for me to be on board with Jake. The number 1 has thrown it to the scenery just after turn 1 into turn 3. So there's Azzy Rob. Interestingly enough here, Jlana is going into the pits. He had a personal best sector time there. Was going to watch to see what was going to happen. No lap time yet for Charlie. Has he been met with yet again another track limit warning or invalidated lap due to someone in front of him? If it, excuse me, if it is, that's going to really annoy him. It's so inconvenient when that happens. JP Roberts has got hands over his eyes here at the minute. Couldn't watch the crash for the Yamaha going into turn 3. So we stay on board with Asni for a little bit longer, of course. As the only man really now who's about to improve on this particular lap time will be DJ Land Rover, Absolute Dan, of course. Number 43 leans into the Portimao corner. Downshifting first temporarily there, did the number 43. Jack Miller inspired, of course. Brad Binder inspired helmet as well, so you can work out who he's a fan of. Let's take a look in the old cockpit. Beautiful tight line. Ooh, ran it a little bit deeper. I was hoping he'd trail brake a little bit longer there going in to the penultimate corner. This sets him now onto the gallop. Really tight to the curb there. You can basically feel your elbow and arm touching the tight apex. That was beautiful from Absolute Dan. And across the line, is he going to improve? He certainly is. He goes up to 4th place. 1.2 seconds behind the Sacred One. Good job to DJ Land Rover. So, a little bit look behind. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a graphic for Asni, so, sorry. But, yeah, I can't put him on the screen. But one thing we do have a graphic for is the man from Cheshire, Charlie himself. The number 66, of course, going into the Tour VIP. Let us do a lap with the man on board the Yamaha. Give me the old front gyro cam, get a good look at him. No pressure, staring him in the face here. As that's DCP behind him, has just gone deep into the Samsung corner. Very easy to do, actually. Now into the Craig Jones corner. You get a real sensation of the feeling here, don't you? Where's the other gyroscopic version? Is it the rear gyro? That's the one I want. You really get to see the nature of this circuit now. Legitimately fast, Charlie. Yeah, it's... Oh, Meerkat's gone down. That's a rare crash for the number 93. Nice turn in there to Charlie. Can he keep it in? Gentle on the power. Second gear. Brings on the power again. Goes into the final corner, dropping it down to third. Interesting tactic. I would always drop to second gear there, but I think that's my downfall. I always drop the gears too much. But Charlie out at the right-hand side, soft tyre burning up, and across the line, he goes up to a crucial 4th place. But still 1.2 off the sacred one. It's not easy getting within those second advantages. Charlie's done a really good job there. And I want to give a big shout out. We haven't really seen him yet. But Quesadilla, to my knowledge, once again, 0 practice for the number 11. And he's absolutely sorting it out. Brilliantly done from Quesadilla. Oh, James, I was born in Cheshire. Come on, Charlie, lad. Oh, nice. That's good to know. Got 3 Cheshire lads. I'm also technically... Well, no, I was born in Cheshire. I believe I was. So, yeah, that is pretty cool. Now Casey into the final corner. Brings on the power. Won't be an improvement for lap time here for the Prima Pram at the Ducati man. Now, do we finally have a chance to witness our Portuguese rider in his home circuit, excuse me, spin a lap time around the Algarve? Now, I don't know where Joana's actually from in Portugal, but what I can tell you is he's from Portugal, and he loves this circuit. He's very proud of his Portuguese roots, as you can tell by the number, and his favourite rider being Miguel Oliveira. Ooh, he's run it a little bit deep there and bored the Trackhouse Aprilia. He's still yet to set a decent lap time. Not quite ideal for number 88. So a quick look further ahead of the Division 2 race winner. Haven't really spent any time with Azzy Rob in this particular video because he was so strong in the race that we couldn't really keep up with him. Joana has improved. Even though he went wide, he still went ahead of teammate DCP. Now, Meerkat has concluded his invalidated lap time, and therefore has a chance to get another pole position. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's had pole position in every round so far. He's taken the win in every race so far, so I wouldn't surprise me if he has done that. 0.5 of a second is Jake off the pace. Now, the difficult thing is when you Jake, half a second is not that much if you can stay in the slipstream and try and stay ahead of Meerkat. But when Meerkat gets that advantage, that's when it gets really difficult. I have that same trouble trying to keep up with the likes of Casey, Charlie, and Jake. So I know how it must feel for when they try and catch up to the Sacred One. It must be very, very difficult. So then, 2.3 seconds is Azzy Rob off the pace at the moment, but it does look like he is going to improve. Out to the Craig Jones corner, beautifully done. Now into the right for the Portimao corner. Taking his time, just moving that Aprilia into the apex. Jake has improved in the second split. 3 personal bests for Azzy Rob. Oh, he's run off the circuit. Oh my lord, what a save! Well, that's the save of the day. That one and last from earlier. There's 2 excellent saves. Bang them in the highlight reel. I'll make a note. So here is Jake then. We'll conclude this lap time with him. And then we'll take a look at Charlie, because Charlie looks to be getting some rhythm going here, especially in the latter stage of this qualifying here for round 4. Onto the power and across the line. Does he improve? Big wheelie for the Yamaha? Sadly not. So we now head over to his teammate Charlie. First one in the session today, of course, did the lion's share of inviting the players. Now Meerkat's gone down again. Where are these little mistakes cropping in for the number 93? Lat's gone down as well. I'm seeing a bit more crash than I expected actually in Division 1. Oh my god! Whoever's crashed in front of Charlie has just invalidated his lap time. That is going to really annoy him, because if I'm not mistaken, that's 3 laps now where his lap time has gone. Meerkat's gone down again. Is it him or is it the autopilot? It's hard to say what's actually happening here. You're absolutely right, Fuchs. You're bang on the money here, mate. It is a very difficult circuit. I remember when we tried, I think it was MotoGP 21 together around this circuit. It might be 22, actually. And it was, no, I think it was 21. I think it was. And it was really difficult. It's a challenging circuit. It's one of the best. I absolutely love this track, but it's worth mentioning that it is absolutely difficult. We stay on board with Charlie as we go into the Tour VIP, but I'm going to quickly head over now to Quesadilla. The number 11 is on 3 personal best sector times. He would like to qualify higher than Jake and possibly closer to Meerkat. Can he make it a reality? I think you're right, Josh. I think you're right. I've seen it many times where the rider, the autopilot, just bins it. Cross the line for Casey. He has improved, but not by enough to get too excited. Let's head back over to Charlie then. He always gets the camera time, Charlie, doesn't he? He's always in at least somewhere that we can pick him up for content. Casey's ran off wide somewhere. Now into the right-hander. Onto the power, into the tight apex. We go into the gallop, the long sweeping right-hander. Does this put him on par with the rest of the competition across the line? Does it put him into the front row? It doesn't. Not bad considering he's not had much practice though. Fair play to the man from Cheshire. Now down the order, Azzy Robb, Division 2 race winner. He's on the camera for now. This time, no problem going into turn 13. He's got Sagresh to tackle next. Oh, what on earth was that? Massive crash for the man on board the Aprilia. I have no words. I have absolutely no clue what's just happened there. And I tell you what, I didn't expect this from Zlana. I expected him to be in the top 3, no doubt. Casey's autopilot has just died. Absolute Dan on a good lap time here. Onto the power, into Sagresh again. Is Absolute Dan ahead of him? I think he might be. Yeah, he is. So Dan's going to get across the line first. And then we will see Zlana. I just seen in the corner there, Simon Crayfire, can you explain what happened? So DJ Land Rover does not improve. Does Zlana? He does, and that's critically put him onto the second row. Fair play to the Portuguese rider. Nicely done. Nate says, you make it look easy. I'm struggling with this game. And as Non Liesel says, yeah, you'll get better. It takes a lot of time if you're not naturally talented. It's pretty much just that. Any guides that I do, and someone says, oh, you're not doing the right way, or you're cheating, or whatever, there's nothing. It's just time and effort and practice. It can be done. And it can be done for anyone. So, enough about that. Round 4 qualifying is concluding now. Pretty solid results. It's relatively close between 2nd to 5th there, so that's going to be a battle to watch. But we're going to find out in a moment, aren't we? Because this is the 23 sprint of the MotoGP 24 East Academy Championship. You're absolutely right, Idem. It was a bloody strange crash, that, wasn't it? I'm going to have to watch that back again. I don't know what happened. It was like his bike just had enough. Josh says, I can't wait to be able to buy my first PC. I think I'll be between DJ and Lat. Well, that's good enough. That's roughly where I would be, I think. So that's good. That we would be in good company if we could race together. It'd be definitely good to see you on PC, mate. I agree, Fuchs. I really do agree. I mean, even myself, my thumbnails were shocking. I mean, my thumbnails aren't great anyway, but my thumbnails used to be shocking. My commentary was pretty crap. Everything improves with time. You just got to do it more and more time, spend the effort, and make it better. So I agree. So then, just waiting for a couple of lads to ready up. Just a random shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to Casey Jones. You know, the guy from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Nobody will really understand why but my friend, so I'm just giving a shout out for him. A shout out to the lad. Right then, waiting for just 1 or 2 riders left. Žlana's readied up. And Charlie likes to make us wait. He's probably busy, to be fair. He's also trying to do race coordinators as well at the same time. So fair play to Charlie. So, here we go then. Ladies and gentlemen, round 4 of the Ace Academy Championship is about to commence with the sprint. So 10 riders line up on the grid here in Portimao for the DrAce sprint. Only one man can finish this race on top. Who's it going to be? Big roar there from the Gas KTM's RC16 engine. We wait for the red lights to disappear, and ladies and gentlemen, away we go. Good start there for Meerkat. Might be a better start there from Jake. Does he have the inside line? He certainly does. It's going to be a battle of the brakes there. Look at Casey diving through. Oh, Meerkat gets a little bit of a tap there from Jake. Let's do the old look back to see what's happening behind us. Casey's pinched it from Meerkat as well. Charlie gets close to the rear tyre of Meerkat. And Casey tries to get into second, and he has done. Looking like Frankie Morbidelli behind us, isn't he? Absolutely terrific. Good start from Jake, though. This was a very serious determination from Jake. I think Meerkat gave Casey a bit of a helping hand there. As in fact, let's head back over to Casey and get a better angle of what's happening here. Žlana's up to 5th. Oh, Meerkat almost lost the rear then. Did you see that? That put Charlie in a nasty spot. Oh, and DCP's dropped the front. That's not ideal. Behind Meerkat, there's actually a couple of riders here, all trying to get through. As Charlie's got the difficult bit now. Trying to get around Azzy Rob. He fell behind quite a lot, didn't he? Not an ideal start for the man from Cheshire. Jake got the dream launch and held his own into turn 1. Casey up to 2nd, Meerkat down to 3rd. Who's going to finish on this podium? Žlana goes for a big lunge. That's aggressive from the Portuguese man. Desperate to get on through. As Meerkat will go to send it back. A little bit messy. Both riders going a bit deep into the gulp. And now Žlana and Meerkat side by side. Surely the KTM's engine's going to get past. They're really going side by side now, though, aren't they? Oh, Meerkat strong in the brakes into turn 1. Has he got it stopped, though? He hasn't. He's going to run it deep. He has held it a little bit. I think Jake also ran it deep, didn't he? Didn't quite go expected, but this is a much better battle than I was anticipating. Fair play to our boys right now. Meerkat actually got a good start. He did actually, to be fair. Ooh, Charlie's been told to drop position. I didn't do anything, so I don't know what's happened there. As Meerkat incredibly wide there for the Tour VIP. Look at the battle that Charlie's having with Lat. 4 riders all kicking off here into the early stages of the Portimao sprint. Charlie runs it a little bit deep. Here goes Meerkat. He is getting pressured by Žlana right now. Oh, Absolute Dan's gone down somewhere, but here on board with Casey then. We have a beautiful angle here as Meerkat closes in rather rapidly. It is really kicking off here in Portimao. This is marvellous. We have seen some good racing so far in this championship, and we're seeing it again. Another little treat for us. So here's Casey then. The gap to Jake is now 0.6 of a second. It's now 0.7 of a second. Good lord. Jake is doing well. Now into the right-hander. Ooh, Casey's lost a little bit of the front there. Remember Jonathan Ray and Top Right both having crashes there, of course, in World Superbike. I thought we were going to see the same. Look at the wheelie there from the, the man we call Casey. Goodness me. Now late on the brakes into turn 1, of course, our thumbnail hero, the thumbnail artist, of course, is Sacred Meerkat. And basically what he did there was what was in the thumbnail as Meerkat goes for a bit of a lunge. It's a bit messy, but it's worked. Oh, Žlana gave him a big hit. That was a heavy collision, that. And Meerkat will have to be careful because he's got quite a few penalties. Fastest man on circuit, and maybe now he's just trying to think about launching the attack and catching up the man ahead of him. It certainly has been beautiful racing. I agree, lads. I really do. So Casey's just lost 3rd place. Žlana back up to those podium fights. Now on to the very small straight where you have to avoid the wheelie. Beautiful angles here we're seeing. And Casey's still on this. Oh, what's happened to Solana? Oh, my lord, we're on board with that. That is a collision and a half. That is such a big crash that it's going to take ages to respawn and get back onto speed. Not a clue what's just happened there. Yeah, the old low side. He must have touched the apex of Craig Jones' corner. What we're looking like in the helmet, in the helicopter cam. How far back is the competition? Wow, there's absolutely no sound from this helicopter, is there? That's kind of eerie. Oh, Casey's gone! Oh, and exactly what we mentioned earlier. Look how far that motorcycle's gone. He is miles off. Oh, that's his race done. That is his race done. That is such a shame. So it's all eyes on Meerkat and Jake then. This is a battle we've been waiting to see for quite a while. We didn't get it in Le Mans. Jake binned it before the pressure could really culminate in a cracking finish. Meerkat is one track limit warning away from getting along that penalty. And fair play to Charlie then. He's kept his nose clean. Ooh, Meerkat's deep again. He has kept his nose clean and he's now into third place. 1 second adrift of Zlana, but 4.5 seconds away from these two at the front. Good lord. This one's going to go down to the wire. That's really tight to the apex for Meerkat. I've got to give credit where credit is due. Jake is looking promising. Now, I do believe that Jake is running power setting 1 around here in Portimao, which is an interesting combination. Because it apparently avoids the wheelies, and you don't lose too much speed. This is definitely a battle I want to see. I would like to see it a little bit closer, to be honest. I want to see some lunges. But this is certainly looking interesting. Liam in the chat, good to see you, dude. I've just seen your the comment. Don't forget to hit the like button. I agree. So 6/10 then is the gap. Asani has gone down. Not really the Division 1 race he was expecting. Can Jake hold on? Can he do it? The number 1, he was 25 to start the season. That's why his graphic is incorrect. He decided to change it after round 2. Azzy Rob's been given a 3-second penalty. Now, I'm assuming he didn't take it due to probably not feeling he deserved it. As long as evidence has been given to pertain to your case, we can look into it. So Jake's still got the advantage. Cast your minds back to Le Mans. Jake had a lead very similar. Meerkat was in pursuit, and Jake binned it. He's got to keep his composure and keep the Sacred One behind him. The Norfolk Nightmare could be in Jake's dreams. He's got to keep it together here. It's dropping. The gap is reducing. It's down to 4/10. Oh, the Venti Tray Sprinter's not disappointed. Will Meerkat be close enough for a lunge into Lagos corner? That's where I'm anticipating a lunge. I don't think he's going to be close enough for turn 1. But for turn 3, could well be. Casey's making his way through the pack now. He's up to 6th. Lat's having a terrific race there in 5th place. Way to keep your nose clean as well, like Charlie tried to do. Well, here we go then. Fair play to that Yamaha. There's nothing wrong with its top-end speed in this game. Excuse me. Throat's going. As Jakey brake really late into the Primera corner. How much closer is Meerkat? In fact, he's losing time into turn 1, as a matter of fact. He catches them all back up from sector 3 onwards. They're pretty much neck and neck through sector 2. Are we going to see Meerkat's 4-win streak come to its conclusion? Oh my god, Jake was really tight to the apex there for the Tour VIP. Is Jakey going to yield? Will he succumb to the Meerkat pressure? We've all done it. Will he do it? Tight to the Samsung corner. Beautiful apex app from Jake. That was one of the best apex I've seen into the Samsung corner. I don't think he's going to give this one up at all. Will Meerkat have anything left? The pressure going through the roof of these two ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to come out on top? Meerkat is not giving up. 2/10 of a second separate them. If either of them run it deep here, it's curtains. Jake still holding on. It's going to be a drag to the line, I don't doubt. Wider line for Sagresh for Meerkat. Is he trying to get the run on him? They go into the gallop then. Only one of these riders can win this race. Who's it going to be? Out of the final corner then. Slipstream enabled. I don't think he's going to do it. Jake wins in Portimao. What a performance from the numbered one. Proving why he is the Division 1 champion from 2023. What a performance this DrAce sprint has led up to be. Charlie somehow takes third place. Jlana takes fourth. Casey in fifth after his autopilot kills itself. And Lat in sixth with Azzy Rob, Azany, DJ Land Rover and DCP at the back of the grid. Well, that was sensational. What a performance to pinch the 12 points from Sacred Meerkat. I did not expect that to happen. Fair play to Charlie as well, having a lap time that close. He's hardly done any practice from what I understand, so fair play to Charlie. Yeah, I agree, Josh. That was absolutely magnificent. I wish Yamaha performed like Jake. Wow. Fair play then. At least it's not going to take me too long to look at the championship standings in this one. Well, thankfully, we have Sergio 23 for that one. God bless him. Woo. Well, I guess that is your results then, ladies and gentlemen. Quick F12 for me. And I'm going to get a beverage. It's another lockout of the British riders on the podium again. There's zero bias here, ladies and gentlemen. Zero. Wow. That was sensational. And you know what the best thing about that is? We're about to go racing again for 13 more laps in a moment. Ho, 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 ho. You can't beat it, can you? I mean, if you can, then send me the link. What a performance. Yeah, I agree. I hope I pronounced this right, but Spatey or Speety or Spetty? I hope I pronounced it right. But yeah, I agree, mate. It's an absolute masterpiece, that. Terrific. Can't wait to pick the bones out of that one. That was belting. Right then, I just need to sort out the order of the qualifying, which I don't remember if I even got a picture for, so I might have to sort that out. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I do apologise. I can't get on my own stream. Oh, this is so annoying. But yeah, for some reason when I stream now, it won't let me go onto my own stream on my mobile. It just doesn't let me. And that's how I need to try and find out what the qualifying results were, because I actually didn't take a picture this time. It's Gaelic, it's pronounced Mike. Are you sure, mate? I'm not sure it is. Okay, there we go, that's our list. Bang that on me second monitor. At least that gives the guys just a little bit of a chance to have a rest. Quickly change to 50%, get rid of the race qualifications, and then we can change things. So it was Meerkat in pole. Why not let it fly and put Azzy Rob from second? That would be great, wouldn't it? Jake in second. Casey third. I believe it was Charlie fourth. Jelana fifth. Dan sixth. Seventh for Lat. Azzy Rob 8th, DCP 9th. Whoa, what happened to Casey? What happened to Casey? I moved him down. Okay, that's the top 10. Wait, that's not top 10. Why does he keep doing that? He goes up to 5th. Arseny. Yes. There we go. Back off 77 says, hi man. Hello dude, welcome to the stream. Sadly not, Liam. I don't think I could afford 2 ultra-wide monitors, and I wouldn't have the space for it either, so... No, just the main monitor is my OLED ultra-wide. At QD OLED. I do love this monitor. I've been playing some more games on it. I was even playing some like older retro games as well, and they look terrific. The colours pop and it just looks stunning. So I'm really happy with the monitor. So I'll give the guys a few minutes now. I think I'll go and nip and get another bottle of water, to be honest. So I will be absent for about, I don't know, 15 seconds. We'll have a look. Oh, nice. Specty has become an ace. Cheers, buddy. I appreciate that. Oh, Azzy says I've been smashing Doom 64. My man. I like to hear that. Although, controversial opinion, Doom 64 was one of my least favourite Dooms. I just can't get into it as much as the other Doom games. I like the setting, I like the idea, but I don't know, the map design for me wasn't as good. Did you try playing the old MotoGP game on this ultra-wide monitor? Not yet, Idem, not yet. I do plan in the future to make some, like, retro racing videos. I think it could be fun. Ah, yes, Doom 1 and Doom 2 off Game Pass the other day. Yes, my dude, love to hear it. I absolutely love Doom, it's amazing. Back in a moment, getting a bottle of water. There is simply nothing worse than dead air on a live stream, so I apologise for that, but I am absolutely gagging for a drink. My throat is killing me. I'm going to even take the inhaler here, because that was a lot to commentate on a moment ago. Right. Oh yes, Orange Drink's also playing Doom 64. I love to hear it. As I said earlier, you might not have been here when I said it, but I did make a video on my gaming channel, which is my second channel. On Forgive Me Father 2, I've done a full review on the game. If you like your retro-inspired shooters, check it out on the second channel. Right then, I think everyone's more or less ready now. We've waited a few minutes, so let's crack on. Are you inhaling the good stuff? I don't know, what's it actually called? It's a free. It's 100 micrograms of pressurized inhalation suspension. So I don't know. It's prescribed and that's something I have to take. So yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I am definitely not a smoker. Not at all. Ah, JP with a Harrogate spring water. That is a good water. I'm actually currently rocking the Buxton water. #1 British natural mineral water. Salbutamol. Is it that one? I can't see actually, mate. Didn't really expect to be looking into the thingy. I think it says Ivax, you know. Maybe that's the brand name. It looks like Meerkat and Jake immediately readied up then. I think they're ready, and I think, to be honest, Meerkat will be really disappointed. That's the one, JP, the small light blue inhaler. Big ups the Buxton. It's a pucker drink, that. I've got a Relentless here as well, but it's not wise for me to drink that when I'm commentating. Right then. Just waiting up. Absolute Dan's keen to get on with it. I think we've waited long enough, haven't we? Let's give it another minute. Just waiting for Casey. Give me a click, Casey. Relentless trade. It was cheap. It was like £3.50 from Asda for like 4. Oh, what? We don't have a Home Bargains near me actually here in Warrington. A pucker drink? Is that what I said, JP? I don't know. Well, anyway, we're gonna make a start here. Surely Casey can't still be making changes to his Prima Pram at Ducati. Surely not. Yes, he's readied up. Yes, Casey, my son. Ladies and gentlemen, it's round 4 of the Ace Academy Championship here in MotoGP 24. And it is the final race of today. It's the final battle. It's the featured race of Portimao. My God, my throat's killing me. Here we go then. Round 4 of the Ace Academy MotoGP 24 Championship. Meerkat in pole. Jake on the second position. Casey on the front row. Who will lead into turn 1? Ladies and gentlemen, the final race of today is underway. It's another cracking start from Jake. And for some reason I can't do anything because my mouse was not allowing me. Charlie's flew up to second place. Fair play to the man from Cheshire. Let's do the old look back then, see what's going on from Jake's perspective. It's 2 whole shots out of 2 for Jake. Oh, Dan just crashed into Casey and he's took them both out. Oh, that's a shocker. Good Lord Almighty. That is not how he wanted this one to go down. For both of them. Oh, Meerkat, Meerkat, Meerkat. He was tremendously wide there. Tell you what, Jake, he has been practicing, hasn't he? He's looking really good as Jalana sends it now in front of Charlie. Will Charlie go back into the Samsung corner? Of course, this is the corner where Michael Vandermark lost his chance of a podium as Alex Lowe's went through, but this is different now. Meerkat goes through on Jake into the Craig Jones corner as Jake goes to the full send. Oh, well done, Jake. That's nice. Oh, we're close to the Yamaha there, aren't we? Good Lord Almighty. Whoa, Jake is bobbing and weaving. He goes for the inside line. Does Meerkat? Will he get through? Not quite. He goes for the tight line. Can he get through? Look how close that is. In fact, I think I can even see my own stay ace on the back of Jake. That's how close we were. What a great bit of scenery already. Jlan is actually just straight behind Meerkat here, so this one is not as simple as the 2-horse battle that we've seen in the sprint. He does have the speed though on the straight, does Meerkat? Will he get him on the brakes? Oh, he's closing in. Not closing in quick enough though. Can he launch a lunge? Jlan is looking promising from 3rd. He's got an even better view of this one, hasn't he? To the power there. Meerkat caught on the curb. Look how much time he lost by going onto the curb. Will Jalana take no prisoners? Not this time around. Ooh, Meerkat was close to the rear tail unit of Jake. Now into the right-handers. Whoa, the Aprilia was snaking on Jalana there. Meerkat tight to the curb. Tight to the curb again to turn 8. Will either of them get that wheelie again? Bit of wheelie for Jalana. As Lat's been given a track limit warning. That's 2 already for him, as a matter of fact. Now to the apex. I've got to say, Jake is looking really good round Portimao. I've raced Jake here once in MotoGP 23 and a live GP. He was really good. And he's looking promising here, isn't he? What a way to end the Meerkat domination. Coincidentally, it's the one where I picked Meerkat to be the thumbnail as well. Can you believe it? There's been a curse on the thumbnail hero, the thumbnail artiste. The first one was Jake, and he crashed. Didn't go too well. The second one was Lat, and he crashed out in the lead. No, it was Will. And if you were there for that, then you know why that's important. So still on board with the sacred one. Back to the TV perspective for now. Would like to see what's happening behind us, but I guarantee the second we move away from this duo, something's going to happen. That Yamaha is really looking good round here. It's a bit Fabio Quartararo-esque, isn't it? My goodness. I think Meerkat was neutered in the sprint because of the risk of that long... Yeah, you might be right there, actually, due to that long lap penalty. Because if he didn't get it right, then it's going to be much worse for him, isn't it? Now into the left then for Jake. This is the Craig Jones corner. Immediately puts you onto the right-hand side of the tyre again for the Portimao corner. Nicely done for the Yamaha. I bet you he was chuffed to bits when he seen Portimao pop up on the calendar this week. Of course, we were originally planned to do the Red Bull Ring of Austria, but a fuel glitch impedes our chances. He cannot get away from Meerkat, though, can he? Quick have a look behind us to see where Charlie's getting on. For him, unfortunately, he's a bit far behind. But I think for his performance and not really having the chance to do much practice, I think he's done a bloody good job. Very impressive. So across the line then for Charlie. It's a shame I don't get to see lap times, but Jake is the fastest man on circuit. That's all we really need to know at this stage of the race. And Casey, what has happened to Casey? He's so far down. I think he crashed. Well, I think he got took out by Dan. And then he crashed again, I think? So I'm not entirely sure what happened there, to be honest. But it's a sad sight to see him down so far. Oh, what's happening here then? You can't look away from a second, can you? Like two naughty children. Give them an inch and they take a mile. Will these two be doing that now? Look how close they are. We could be seeing 10 more laps of this battle. Into the right-handers. Justice for Casey, yeah. I think Dan will be getting himself a penalty when we take a look at it in further details. He's a good lad, Dan, so I'm assuming he'll probably just own up to it anyway. But unless it wasn't actually his fault, of course. Oh, Jake's wide! Has that given Meerkat a chance to pounce? Not quite. But this is the key bit that he tried to do earlier. Runs it into Sagresh to have the chance to then get into the gallop and get through. Look how close he is now. Wow, that's an unfair track limit warning. That was really tight to the apex, but here we go then. Wheelie for Jake. Meerkat fastest man on circuit. For the first time, Jake has been dispossessed for the lead. But who's going to be the last of the late breakers into turn 1? It's going to be Meerkat. Right then. Let's see what you can do, is what Jake's thinking now. Oh, and Jake's binned it! He's gone down! And he almost bumped into Charlie as he regained onto the circuit. Good Lord Almighty, so now it's Charlie versus Jake for 3rd place. Oh, and that is it then. That could be our battle. Lightning will not strike twice here in Portimao. Oh, he's going to be seething. And now he's got to try and get through on his teammate to get back into the podium positions. Oh, Jake will be raging. Oh, look at him wheeling over the rise there, though. Very cool shots here in Portimao. But I'm afraid, as much as I like... Oh, here goes Jake then. A bit of a full aggressive send on his teammate. Bloody hell, I don't think Charlie will appreciate that. And now into the last bit here. It's going to be a Jlana drop of 1.2 seconds, so I think that could be it then. We could be looking at a Meerkat domination if it stays as is. I think he might have just tapped the back of Meerkat's rear tyre. Oh, hasn't he gone down? Yeah, binned it indeed, bin it. Oh, good name. Sounds similar. Jake's looking a little bit... Oh, no, I thought he was going to go wide there. Fair play to Jake. Can they catch up to Jlana then? So the gap... No, it's around 3 seconds. I don't think they're going to take that much time away from the Portuguese rider. Lat's been given a track limit warning. Not really seen Lat in this one, to be honest. I've been very much busy with the battle at the front. I'm sure we'll take a look soon, though, as this battle is beginning to calm down. So Lat is now behind DCP. There's DJ Land Rover. A warning given for Lat. Not sure what's happened there. Oh, big hit there onto DCP. I think the game might end up giving him a warning for that. Didn't look particularly aggressive to me, but I think what might happen there is DCP might have run it a little bit deep. And Lat went... Oh, in fact, they gave that incident to DCP. That's a bit harsh, isn't it? I'd have to say a different look at that one, but it didn't look like either rider really deserved a warning for that. Dan's on the back now of the Aprilia. Ooh, DCP, that's wide. In fact, DCP is holding his own, though, for that 6th place, but he has run it deep, so that could be Dan going through by the time we come to the Galt corner. This, of course, is the Galt corner. As he powers on that RC16, it's going to be the battle of the breakers into turn 1. So Slipstream, can he get... Oh, it's a bit far back there. I don't even think Top Rat can go that far. Oh, braking firm though on board the KTM. Not bad for a guy who's only picked the game up not so long ago. Good on you, Dan. Is he going for a lunge into the... Oh, into the Lagos corner. That's it. Just make him think about it. Just let him know that you're there. And then they've got to make that decision if they want to try and defend or get away from you. So the gap from Charlie to Jake has just risen now to 1.3. So I don't think we're going to see a battle for that final rostrum position. I think that could be a podium streak coming to an end for Charlie, as a matter of fact. As Azzy, Rob and Casey are now going at it behind. Is he going for the Alex Lowe's move? Whoa. Oh, Dan. He was really close to touching the rear tyre. Here comes Casey then. Chomping the pieces away from Dan. Casey's going to be really upset about this one. I'm sure he wanted more from this here today. I don't think anyone will be as upset as much as Jake will be, though. He's going to be really annoyed that's happened. I don't think either one's at fault for that either. I think it's just an unfortunate situation where you tap the rear tyre of another. I mentioned this in the Brno race we had. You have to be so careful of touching a rider's rear tyre. Lat has just earned himself a long lap penalty. It's not that easy to get track limit warnings around here, really. There's not really that many places you can do it, but I think there's been a couple of incidents involved for the number 2. Not necessarily his fault. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Sometimes the game is a little bit harsh with its decisions. But here comes Casey then. Oh, it's a difficult corner to get through, isn't it? You want to send it every time into Lagos, but it's not so easy to do. So here is the man in 7th. Oh, he's closing in rather rapidly. He's going to have to go for it, isn't he? It's difficult when you're much faster than another rider because you don't want to hit them, but you want to try and get through quickly and cleanly. I would say Casey's one of our cleanest riders, and I think that's fair. Ooh, behind him, though. Oh, my Lord. Absolute Dan. How did he save that? He went down on my screen, then he was straight back up into it, popping up for another fight. Like a wacky waving arm inflatable tube man. Bopping up, ready for the arms flailing. Yeah, you got to give an incident warning for that as well, as a matter of fact. But here is our race leader. This is the sacred one. He's certainly having a calm and collected race right now. Although, track limit warning coming into the Galp corner. He's 2.3 seconds clear from the rest of the riders here, so if he keeps it together and doesn't exceed track limits, I would imagine this is curtains. If the track limits are abused, he might very well be back in the clutches of the Portuguese rider in his home circuit. Something to keep an eye on for the rest of this Grand Prix. So how is Lana getting on in second? What's his perspective looking like right now? Resize this. It's annoying how you can resize the graphic, but you can't you can't remove the little track limit warnings. If I could just clear them for a second, I'd have so much more view. A little bit annoying. So 2.4 is the gap to Jlana. If Meerkat was to exceed track limits and take a penalty, he'd probably still come out just ahead of the Portuguese rider. Now, I don't mean to be rude, but I kind of hope Meerkat gets along that penalty just so I can see how much time he can either save or lose into the long lap penalty. I'm pretty certain you can do it within 2 seconds or maybe less, or maybe just a little bit over. I've seen Meerkat do a Corintaio penalty, long lap penalty, which is Mugello, and he did it in less than like a second and a half. It was unbelievable. So, if you're going to get a long lap penalty, pick and choose your tracks, I guess. But yeah, he's a blur in the distance now. Here's Jake. Bit of a lonely ride for him in third place. It's certainly anticlimactic compared to what we've seen in the DrAce sprint, what, 10, 15, 20 minutes ago? A much different situation. Well, of course, let me know, guys, what you think about the 50% race distances. Do you prefer them to the 35 that we had? I think the general consensus from the guys, they were really happy with the idea of doing longer races. And for the most part, I am too. It's just a shame that when we have something like this where there's not really anything happening, it's difficult to think of things to talk about. Well, here's DCP then. He's coming out of the fourth corner there before he goes into the Tour VIP. Let's goes the American into the left-hander. He's just lost around 0.8 of a second to Dan. Of course, he was holding Dan up for quite a while. Not in the way of being too slow, but in the way of trying to defend against him. So it's a bit of a different ride for him now as on board the Aprilia. DCP certainly worthy of a Division 1 spot, of course, and with other Division 1 riders not appearing today, this goes in his benefit. He can pull back some points on his competition. A crucial, smart ride from DCP. Good lord, my throat is going. I do apologise. So, quick recap of the championship standings from round 3. Meerkat was leading by 51 points, but the interesting part is that Quesadilla was the man in second place, and he was on 60 points. And this is where it gets really interesting, because both Jake and Charlie are right there behind him. The Yamaha duo on 59 points, just a single point behind Quesadilla. And of course, Case at the moment has fought his way all the way back up to 5th to try and secure some points. So that, in the long run, is critical. Good play to Quesadilla. Now, of course, we have Jlana in 5th place. He's at 52 points, 7 points adrift. And then from there's a massive lead of a further 20 points to Jlana's teammate, DCP. So, unfortunately, for him and for others, I guess, DCP is going to be earning more points, especially since there's no Long Boy Dan, there's no one Wiggly Boy, which is Calvin, and there's no Will either. So that's important for their championship challenge. Well, let's jump on board with our leader then. Of course, a much different race than what we had in the sprint, which is good, because it's not predictable. Who knows what's going to happen in these situations. The advantage is now 3 seconds over Jlana, so if he does get a penalty, he's going to be absolutely fine. We'll have a look in a moment for Azzy Rob in 8th place. He is pulling in chunks on DCP. The Battle of the Aprilias is raging on here. Oh, Azzy Rob! He made that mistake early, didn't he, when the AI kicked him off his bike. That's going to be a battle to watch towards the end of the video, though, or stream, should I say. As we now get on to the power. 0.7 of a second for him to find over the next part of this race. And I think from there, it is pretty much simply time trials. There's nothing else going on in this one right now, which is a damn shame. Here goes the sacred one. No longer wearing his Blink 182 helmet, or inspired helmet, should I say. 3.2 seconds away. I think he's going to be really annoyed though to lose this streak. Starting a fresh one here now, though. Quesadilla is still hovering around 10 seconds. Now, absolutely commendable performance from Casey there. He got took out, he crashed afterwards, and I think he might have crashed again. And he's clawed all those positions back to 5th, now 10 seconds behind the sacred one. And he's only 3 seconds behind Charlie. I think he's done a magnificent job. Especially with, and again, lack of practice for Casey. So this will be the penultimate time of asking then, ladies and gentlemen. Meerkat flies over the line. What happened to Asni, Christian asks. I'm not sure. He had a lot of crashes in this session. There was quite a few. Well, we'll take a look at him to see where he is. See what condition his bike is in. Because he had an excellent race in Division 2, but Division 1 has not been kind to the German. So now into the Portimao corner, the man with the Ixon leathers. Azzy Rob's been given a track limit warning. James Asprey says, I'm back. My apologies, I had to dash. No problem, mate. It's good to see you back, mate. Oh, everything's all right. Nothing was serious. And Legolonlo Baloy says, if I had MotoGP 24, I would gap Sacred Meerkat. Really? Are you an esports player? Because he is absolutely rapid. I would say Meerkat could be an esports player if he just spent maybe a little bit more time on it. Maybe this year will be his year. We'll soon see. And as, yeah, Potato's laughing. Yeah. That is funny, isn't it? Well then, we've only got a few more corners to go then. Oh, Casey. All that effort and you've binned it again. What's going on, dude? Bless him. Meerkat, go figure. Ah, you missed the sprint though. The sprint was very interesting. But here we go then. Sacred Meerkat, one more corner to navigate here in the Algarve. Onto the power and across the line. Ladies and gentlemen, Sacred Meerkat wins the featured race of round 4 of the Ace Academy MotoGP 24 Championship. Full credit to Jlana for taking a podium in his home circuit. And Jake, who crashed into the Lagos corner, will finish in 3rd place. Big wheelie for Charlie across the line as well. DJ Land Rover will take 5th. Good job for him on board the KTM. And across the line. Ah, big wheelie there for Dan as well. I think Casey's not too far behind too. Oh, he's on the grass. He's celebrating with the aces in the crowd. I love to see it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. DCP 7th, then Azzy Rob 8th. Lat comes across the line, or didn't come across the line. And Asni, unfortunately, did not complete the race. But still, he will earn points for being 10th place on the race. So then, guys and girls, that concludes round 4 of the DrAce Academy MotoGP 24 Championship. And this has been a terrific round. Fair play to Jake for winning the sprint. And top marks goes to Sacred Meerkat yet again for another 25 points. Brilliant. I think I pretty much echo the thoughts of a lot of the viewers in the comment section right now. Marvellous work from every single rider in this championship. Full respect to you guys. Thank you very much for watching the stream here today. I sincerely hope you guys enjoyed. I'll leave the screen on a little bit longer so you can see what you want to see. And then I'll call it quits. So guys, big thanks. I don't know what's going on with the chat. We've got a future esports player coming in. Is it sarcasm? I'm glad it is, because Meerkat is a fast boy. So yeah, good to see you too as well, James. Thanks for joining us in the stream. Good to have you here in the live stream as well. So yeah, that is it, guys. I've confirmed the results, and now I'm going to disappear. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next stream. Or video, whichever comes first.
Oh hi,
Ciao for now.
Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.